to go through a routine every morning. You get up, get in your car, drive down to the exchange, commissary, shopette, or wherever, just get your Stars and Stripes. But did you know? You don't have to do that anymore. Stars and Stripes delivers to your door. Think of it this way. You don't have to waste gas getting the paper. Okay, it's not exactly like having it delivered to your hands, but you get it. Stars and Stripes Home Delivery. For more information, log on to www.stripes.com.
Serving in the Navy comes with many responsibilities, and one of the most important is managing your career. The Navy is making significant changes to career management, and understanding all of those changes can be complex.
Now imagine how confusing this process could be for your spouse. Make a commitment now to get your spouse involved in your career progression. Take the time to share the information readily available on Navy websites. Talk about the unique career aspects of your rating, your career path, and your Navy future.
Let your Navy family know that they are key to your success.
You know, it was sunny and gorgeous yesterday. Woke up this morning to some dusting of snow. Just a light dusting, nothing major, but...
Kind of seemed to warm up a little bit.
It sure did, and all the snow's gone now. There's just no rhyme or reason to the weather here, is there?
Maybe we're getting closer to spring.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's go ahead and check in with Senior Airman Laura Barth and see how things look for the next few days.
Good evening, Europe. Let's take a look at your forecast for the next couple of days, starting with Wednesday. These systems are moving into the UK, producing rain showers and cloud cover for the northern and western portions. But the Lake and Heath Mildenhall area just really going to increase your cloud cover. Not going to see much precipitation till later in the evening. Over Rhoda and Marone, that high pressure is maintaining itself in your area, keeping those systems to the north. A few clouds are going to creep in there, though, in the afternoon hours. Germany, this next system making its way in our area, increasing the cloud cover and continue to see snow showers throughout the day. Over in the Mediterranean, the high pressure has moved into Italy as well as the Balkans, increasing the chance for fog formation, but clearing out to a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy afternoon. This cloud band making its way through Turkey, increasing the cloud cover with rain showers throughout the day, with more of a rain-snow mix in the higher elevations. Looking at Thursday's forecast, this next system by midday has made its way through most of the UK, with a trough moving in behind it, so expect those rain showers to last throughout the day. By midday, this system has made its way into the Benelux and western portions of Germany, increasing the cloud cover and bringing snow showers as it moves through Germany. That high continues to hold strong over Rhoda and Marone, keeping that system to the north, so expect some partly cloudy to mostly cloudy afternoons in your area. Over in Italy, that system is not quite going to reach your area on Thursday. The northern portion is going to see some increase in cloud cover, but the rest of Italy, as well as the Balkans, going to see a nice partly to mostly cloudy afternoon with chance for fog formation in the morning, but clearing out by midday. This next system is making its way into Turkey, increasing the cloud cover and producing rain showers once again in your area, with a chance for some isolated thunderstorms. Looking at your high and low temperatures, starting with the lows, we have 30s for the UK, 20s for Germany, 40s for Rhoda and Marone, 30s for most of Italy, with 20s for the Balkans, and 40s over Incirlik. Looking at your high temperatures, we have 50s for Incirlik, 30s for the Balkans, 40s to 50s for Italy. Looking for 40s in the UK, going to be kind of cold in Germany with that snow, into the low 30s, with 60s for Rhoda and Marone. That's a look at your forecast for the next couple of days. Have a nice evening.
Well, ex-Haitian President Jean-Bertrand Aristide says that he was forced to leave Haiti by U.S. troops. In a telephone interview with the Associated Press, Aristide says that he was forced out of his home in the dark of night by U.S. military forces. He says that he was told they would start shooting and killing in a matter of time if he didn't leave. It's unclear whether Aristide meant that the rebels seeking his resignation or U.S. agents would start doing that shooting. Aristide, his wife, and a few companions flew to the Central African Republic on Sunday. U.S. leaders strongly deny that he was kidnapped.
U.S. Air Forces Europe now has a warfighting headquarters, and it's the first command in the Air Force to get one. Major General Stanley Gorens took command of Air Forces Europe, or AFIR, at a special ceremony at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Once certified, AFIR will replace the two numbered air forces in Europe, and then, according to the new commander, the warfighting headquarters should enable you safe to fight a war at a moment's notice.
The AFIR is really the engine for USAFE. It's what ComUSAFE depends on to provide EUCOM with a full-time air component for theater-wide planning and execution in both contingency, presence, and engagement operations. It sounds quick, it sounds dirty as far as just getting it done, but think about the concept of what I just said. You in the AOC, we monitor the theater and the entire AOR with 24/7 operations that include everything from training to engagement.
The AFYR's last certification test is scheduled for this month. The deadline is fast approaching to apply for early leave from the Air Force. So far, nearly 1,250 airmen have applied to take advantage of the force shaping currently underway. But service leaders are looking to trim the force by more than 16,000. Early retirement or separation are not options for everyone, but the Air Force is hoping to encourage everyone to take a good look and see if it's possible to begin looking at your next life challenge now.
The Air Mobility Command has announced that the Patriot Express mission will go away over the next few years. This not only affects those traveling on orders, but also those who regularly use this mission for space-available travel as well. Senior Airman Megan Shaw has more.
The Patriot Express mission is slowly going away, currently to support the new missions into and out of the war zone. Airman Jessica Sipe from Ingelic's passenger terminal tells us why this is happening.
On March 1st, the Patriot Express mission is going to be discontinued through Mildenhall.
This leaves passengers flying out of Ingelic with even fewer options than before.
U.S. Transcom canceled the Patriot Express mission through Mildenhall because of the need for planes for the troop rotation. Space availability will be limited to the weekly Frankfurt mission.
If you will be traveling in the near future or would like more information on the Space Available Leave program, contact your local passenger terminal. Senior Airman Megan Shaw, AFN News, Incirlik Air Base, Turkey.
Well, some of our affiliates will break away for local programming at this time, but for the rest of you, today's stateside headlines are coming right up.
Plus, Dobbs schools find fun and entertaining ways to keep the children of deployed soldiers busy and happy while their parents are away. Stay tuned, you're watching the AFN Evening News.
If you are living here and considering building your family through adoption, there are a few things you should know. Find out how you can change a life forever.
The thrill of the open road. Conditions dry, visibility good, speed just over 100 miles per hour. They only had a few drinks. 4 soldiers are on a trip, but this trip won't end like they thought. The driver loses control. The car swerves to the left and hits a tree. 2 passengers and the driver are killed instantly. The other passenger is seriously injured. He dies later in the night.
Super Tuesday is underway.
It certainly is. That story tops our look at today's stateside headlines. Today could be the last hurrah for Democratic candidate John Edwards. Frontrunner John Kerry is hoping to sweep all 10 states holding primaries and caucuses today. If he does, that would give him a nearly insurmountable delegate lead.
You could say Killington, Vermont is deciding if it wants to divorce itself from the state. Today's town voters will decide if they want to become part of New Hampshire instead. There's a precedent. Until 1777, Killington was part of New Hampshire.
And is it possible that there was once life on Mars? NASA plans to announce significant findings about the history of water on the red planet today.
All across America today, kids are reading and being read to in honor of Dr. Seuss's 100th birthday. It's Read Across America Day, and Department of Defense dependent schools don't skip this tradition just because they aren't in the continental U.S. Today at Mannheim Elementary, several guest readers stopped in to share their favorite stories with the students and help inspire them to read more on their own.
Instilling the joy of reading into the children, having them realize how important it is and getting them involved in the reading.
Many of the readers volunteering their time are soldiers who were happy to give something back to the kids.
Especially right now with a lot of the parents are currently deployed in either one or more in some cases. And so it helps, I think, to have adult presence. It kind of gives them a familiarity, having somebody that they can relate to with their father. They see him in the uniform, their mother, they see him in the uniform.
Read Across America began back in 1998 as a way to get kids excited about reading, and it has quickly become one of the nation's largest reading events.
In the difficult times of deployment, sometimes kids need a little extra spark to help motivate them in school. Army Sergeant Robert Fox takes us to Würzburg Elementary in Germany for a look at a new twist on learning designed specifically for the children of deployed soldiers.
Back to my mom or my brother.
Melody James teaches kids. She's not your average teacher, though. She's also a student.
Because kids are different.
Right now, Melody teaches kids about dealing with mom or dad's deployment.
My mom said it's okay for me to be sad during his whole deployment, but we talk about it, and then we go out and do things that my dad would like us to do. Like my dad likes to shoot baskets and eat Mexican food, and we send him pictures of us doing it. So that helps me to keep my regular life, which is what we really have to do.
The learning doesn't stop with deployments. They also teach about different handicaps and learning disabilities.
How do you go to the bathroom?
There's something more rewarding than teaching, though.
I like seeing the other schools, and I like seeing the kids' reactions, and they're different in every school. It's certain lines make them laugh, or certain crowds get the jokes and some don't, but just seeing the other kids.
All this aimed at making tomorrow's future a brighter place. In Würzburg Elementary School in Leighton Barracks, I'm Army Sergeant Robert Fox, AFN News.
In today's high-tech world, people can easily perform many tasks from the comfort of their own computer. Senior Airman Abby Pillmeyer tells us how even Inserlich's education office is helping students become a paperless Air Force.
Today's airmen are constantly on the move. Days are filled up trying to accomplish day-to-day duties. So scheduling a time to go to the education office to check Community College of the Air Force records does take precious time out of one's day. Luckily, the Air Force has made it easier to check records. CCF students can do it on their own time.
It's supposed to be a one-stop education information place where you can go and find out, particularly for active duty members that don't have their CCAF yet, they can go and check on their progress report and find out what credits CCF has for them.
Just by logging onto the AFVEC website and creating a password, CCAF students can save time and have control over their own records.
You get your password and you don't have to wait, after you put in your information, you don't have to wait to get your password. Several days later, right away you can log in.
The Air Force virtual education website is afvec.langley.af.mil. Senior Airman Abby Pillmeyer, Air Force News, Incirlik Air Base, Turkey.
A few AFN affiliates are going to go to local programming at this time, but for the rest of you, do stick around.
Certainly do. They're much more than just airborne soldiers. They're born entertainers. Stay tuned. You're watching the AFN Evening News.
The R&R Soldier and Civilian Information Guide. Get it, read it, and keep it. In addition to specific instructions that will directly apply to soldiers and civilians on R&R, the guide contains blocks that will be filled in with return flight information. If you want information right away, you can find it online by going to the U.S. Army Europe website and clicking on the R&R support link. If you know you'll be enjoying some hard-earned R&R, you'll be provided one. The R&R Soldier and Civilian Information Guide. Get it, read it, keep it.
www.hqusera.army.mil, your websites for the latest on the bottom line, driving to arrive, and force protection. For news and information affecting U.S. Army Europe, go to the USERA website.
Take an active role in your personal health. The HERE survey provides your primary care manager with information to design your personalized care plan. To receive a HERE survey packet, visit your TRICARE Service Center.
Some of the Army's toughest, most brave and daring soldiers make up the 82nd Airborne Division.
Apparently, though, some of the Army's funniest, most musical, and most talented soldiers head that way as well.
Sergeant Douglas Selesky offers us a front row seat as the troops entertain some of their fellow soldiers in Iraq.
The 82nd Airborne Division Chorus jumped into Champion Base with their unique show recently. This a cappella chorus made up of soldiers from the various elements of the divisions.
We have soldiers from the infantry, artillery, air cavalry, service and support, and signal.
Entertaining troops with their varied program of songs from doo-wop classics to more contemporary fare.
And I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Did you ever know that you're mine?
Comedy segments.
Horizons wrapped around his neck, connectors cracked his dome. Suspension lines were tied in knots around his skinny bones. His canopy became a
And division favorites.
We're all American and proud to be.
On its mission of bringing cheer to the deployed soldiers, Sergeant Sean Hefford of C Company, 3rd of the 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment, comments.
It's nice to be able to come up here and perform and give them a laugh or two and you know, give them a little bit of the taste of home. I know I speak for everyone here on that point.
The show was well received by the soldiers in attendance, but the question remains, how hard is it to find singing paratroopers?
The 82nd Airborne Division, comprised of 15,000 soldiers, it's hard to find paratroopers that can sing.
With their unique mixture of songs and comedy, the 82nd Chorus brought a lot of smiles and good cheer to this corner of Iraq. I'm Staff Sergeant Douglas Selesky of the 350th MPAT with the All-American Task Force, Champion Base, Iraq.
Looks like a great show.
That is entertainment.
And you've seen them?
I've seen them before. They were great.
I'm so surprised that...
Great a cappella singers.
82nd Airborne, you don't think entertainers. At least I don't.
Takes all kinds, I guess, huh?
I guess so. You learn something new every day.
But she's off buying our lift tickets because today we're hosting the show.